Hey guys, it's Cora from Slow Movement. Are your shoulders tight? Mine are. That's why I made this sequence for you. Everyone I talk to has tight shoulders. Everyone I see in class has tight shoulders. So let's do something about that and soften your shoulders with this next sequence. Hey guys, so let's start kneeling, and if it's uncomfortable for you to kneel, sit on a block. And once you're comfortable and you're happy with the way you're sitting, just make sure you're sitting up nice and straight. So the center of your hip, the center of your shoulder, and the center of your ears are roughly in a straight line. Then slowly reach your left hand out to the left so that your palm faces forward. Just pay attention to what's going on in your left shoulder. Notice if your left shoulder is rounding in, and if it is, draw your left shoulder back and down. From there, take your left hand behind your back so that the back of your hand rests on your sacrum. Check out this shoulder again. Make sure it's still rolling back and down. From there, your right hand can do whatever you're comfortable with, but then just super slow, lower your right ear towards your right shoulder. And you can sort of play around with the distance between your chin and your chest, your chin and your left shoulder, even your chin and your right shoulder, until you find a sweet spot where you're getting a nice juicy stretch through the top of your left shoulder and the left side of your neck. And when you get there, just close your eyes. And start to focus in on your breathing again, taking a long, full breath in, and a long, full breath out. And for most of us, like the vast majority of people, our head is usually slightly forward of our shoulders. It just comes from, living in a modern society, having technology, and we're driving, and all of that stuff draws our head forward. So the muscle that you're stretching right now can become sort of chronically tight or contracted in order to compensate for that postural imbalance. So this pose is something super, super helpful to do if you ever get shoulder pain or neck tension or even tension headaches. And you can even do it at your desk, just sitting on the couch. And release your left hand, place it back down on your knee. Turn your right palm to face up. Place your right hand on the right side of your face. And instead of using your neck muscles, use your hand to bring your head back up. Just pause for a second. Maybe roll your shoulders a couple of times forward and a couple of times back. And then let's do the same thing on the other side. So reach your right hand out to the right. Again, just pay attention to the shoulder. Super important. The shoulder moves back and down first. Then take the back of your right hand onto your sacrum. Notice if the shoulder's rolled in. If it has, roll it back down again. And then slowly start to lower your left ear to your left shoulder. And again, play around to find the right position for you. For me, it feels really, really good to draw the chin in towards the chest and slightly tip the chin towards the ceiling. But that's just me and my body, so you do what feels right. When you feel like you've got that sweet spot, close your eyes. Take a few slow breaths here. And it's really normal to be tighter on the side that is your dominant side. So if your right side is the side that you use all the time, it's normal for that side to feel a little different. And vice versa for your left side. And just slowly release that right hand. Turn your left palm to face up and take your left hand to the left side of your face. Use your hand to bring your head back up. And just pause for a breath or two. Again, you might want to roll your shoulders a couple of times if that feels good, forward and back. And then from here, turn yourself around so you're facing the front of your mat and come onto all fours. If you were using a block, just take that out of the way. And once you're on all fours, walk your knees back behind your hips. So it's kind of like you're in a modified plank, and just lower yourself all the way down onto your belly. Once you're on your belly, reach your left arm out to the left at the same height as your left shoulder. And again, make sure that this shoulder is rolled back and down and not in towards the mat. So super important with that. Turn your left ear onto the mat and place your right hand under your right shoulder. From here, roll yourself onto your left side so that you're compressing your left shoulder joint. And what you do with the legs here is totally up to you. I've demonstrated my favorite way to position the legs. That's the left leg straight, right leg bent with the sole of the foot on the floor. But if that causes any pain or problems for your low back, it's a bit more gentle to draw your knees in towards your chest, and it will still be super effective at opening through your shoulder. And see if you can relax any tension through your neck or through your jaw. And if your head's not comfortable here, which for some people it's not, grab a little blanket or just, something folded up nice and soft and place that underneath your head. And we'll just take 3 more breaths in this shape. And if your left hand ever starts to go tingly or numb, you can just walk that hand down a little lower. And now from here, we'll move straight into the other side. So if you had something under your head, just move it out of the way. Slowly roll yourself back onto your belly. Turn your head so that your right ear is on the floor. Reach your right arm out to the right. Place your left palm underneath your left shoulder. Roll yourself onto your right side. And again, just make sure that that right shoulder is rolled back and down and it's not internally rotated. Set up your legs in a way that they feel most comfortable for you. And if that little soft prop under your head was helpful, use it here. And see if you can settle into this shape. And allow yourself to fully let go. And quite often the tension that we hold in our shoulders has an emotional component as well, right? Sort of the stress or the burdens that we carry around often show up with tension in the shoulders and the neck and the upper back. So the more that you allow yourself to let go and to be soft here and to put down some of that weight that you carry, the more effective this will be on a physical level. Just slowly stretch your legs out. If you had something under your head, move it out of the way. Roll back onto your belly, but just place your hands under your shoulders. Press yourself up onto all fours. Then take both feet out to the right. Walk your hands back towards your legs. Bring your left hip down to the floor. Kick your feet forward. And then just come all the way down to lying on your back. Once you're lying on your back, take your hands underneath the back of your head and lengthen the back of your neck. So it's like you draw your chin in towards your chest a little bit. Relax your arms down beside you and then tuck your shoulder blades underneath your upper back. Stretch your legs out straight and don't be afraid to take up space. And then just take one full deep breath in. Open your mouth and let it go. And then allow yourself to settle here for as long as you can. 2 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever you have time for. But just make sure that you don't skip this, right? Taking this time will help you to soften tension through your body, but also that feeling of just being overworked or overburdened. Give yourself this time to rest.